All right, buckle up, everybody. We're diving into John Smit's Springbok record.
Oh, yeah.
46 consecutive test matches.
Yeah, that's what
That's wild. Playing every single game for over 4 years straight.
Yeah,
It's mind-blowing. And today, we're going to try to figure out if it's actually an unbreakable record in today's rugby.
Yeah.
We've got some recent articles
Right.
and some stats to help us out. And I think you're going to be surprised by some of this stuff.
Okay.
So John Smit, 46 tests
Uh-huh.
between 2003 and 2007.
Okay.
That was a different time for rugby.
Oh, yeah, completely different.
So what was different about it? Why is this record?
I think the biggest thing is player management just wasn't the same back then.
Oh.
You know, like squad rotation, resting key players,
Right.
especially against teams that were perceived as weaker.
Uh-huh.
That just wasn't really a thing.
So even if you were fit,
Yeah.
you might not get a break.
Right.
Even if it was against a team that, was ranked lower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just a different mindset.
Okay.
Back then, it was,
Yeah.
almost like a badge of honor to play every game.
Okay.
Like you push through.
Pearl through the fatigue.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now it's much different. Teams are a lot more cautious.
So, but wouldn't that be risky, like resting your best players against those weaker teams?
Yeah, it's a balance.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
But I think the thinking now is if you manage the player's workload,
Right.
you can actually reduce the risk of injuries and burnout.
Right.
So you're protecting your assets
Okay.
for the future.
For the long haul.
Yeah, and it's not just about injuries either.
Oh, okay.
It's about making sure those key players
All right.
are at their peak
Okay.
for the biggest matches.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen other impressive streaks.
For sure.
Gary Teichmann, 39 consecutive tests.
Wow.
Stephen Kitchoff, 37.
Still impressive.
Still impressive,
Yeah.
but still short. Yeah.
Of Smit's 46.
And I think that's why this record might actually be unbreakable.
Okay.
The game has changed so much.
It's not just about...
It's not just toughness anymore.
You know, you would think that the guys with the most consecutive appearances would be like...
Oh, yeah. Like...
the fastbacks.
So...
always on the move.
Right.
But actually, most of them are forwards.
Huh.
Yeah. Only 2 backs in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Ornstein,
Okay.
29.
Yeah.
Willie Louw,
Okay.
28.
Wow. I wonder why that is.
Why are the forwards dominating this list?
Yeah.
Maybe something about their positions.
Well, I mean, you think about the scrums.
Yeah.
Line
The
out.
physicality of it.
Yeah. And how those subs are used.
Okay, so now, the longest current streak,
Okay.
Elrigh Louw,
Oh, yeah.
a great player.
Fantastic player.
10 consecutive matches.
10.
He's got a ways to go.
Yeah, to get to 46. Yeah. 46 seems pretty impossible
I think so.
in the modern game.
Yeah, it's just so different now.
Yeah, it really shows you how much
Yeah,
things have changed.
absolutely. I mean, it kind of makes you think, like, is Smit's record going to be, like, this historical marker?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like a symbol of, like,
Yeah.
old school rugby?
Right, like we're seeing totally new values now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like back then, you just,
It was about playing through the pain.
push through it.
Yeah, toughness.
Yeah.
Now it's much more strategic.
Yeah.
It's almost scientific.
Right, and it makes me think, like, are we going to see
Yeah,
totally different kinds of records now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like records that reflect this new approach.
Yeah, like what kind of new records could we see?
Well, maybe we'll start seeing records about, like, efficiency,
Okay.
like impact per minute played,
Interesting.
or maybe even like recovery stats.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just about brute force.
Yeah.
It's about intelligence, too.
Well, and you think about the money, too. Teams are investing so much in these players.
Right.
They got to protect that investment.
Yeah.
It's not just about one game.
Right. It's about the long term,
Yeah,
building a dynasty.
exactly.
So, yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
And what about records about injuries?
Oh, yeah.
Like if you can keep your key players healthy,
Yeah.
that's a huge advantage.
For longer period.
Right.
Right.
Maybe we'll see teams or coaches recognized for that.
Yeah. For keeping their players healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe Smit's record is like...
It's like a relic of a different time.
Yeah.
You know, when it was all about individual heroism
Right.
and not so much about the team's long-term plan.
So we've gone from like play through the pain
Yeah,
to play smart.
exactly.
So as fans,
Yeah.
what should we be looking for?
Yeah, what should we be watching for?
If it's not just about individual achievements anymore.
Well, I think we got to look beyond what's obvious.
Okay.
Pay attention to the substitutions,
Right.
how they use data analysis, Okay.
how they change their plan.
Based on the other team. So
Exactly.
it's like a big chess match now.
It is. Every move matters.
Every player has a role.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to see a whole new level of thinking.
Like strategic thinking.
Yeah, and a deeper understanding
Yeah.
of how bodies work.
And who knows what we're going to see.
Yeah, what amazing things are going to happen.
So we need to think like the coaches.
I think so.
Try to anticipate their moves.
Yeah.
Understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Why that substitution?
Right.
Why that decision?
So rugby's getting a lot more cerebral.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a game of inches now.
And those inches...
They're earned by planning and execution.
Right. Not just raw power.
Not just who's the strongest.
So how do the players themselves adapt to this
Right.
new way of playing?
I think players are going to have to be more versatile.
Oh, okay.
They need to be able to play different roles.
Yeah. Be okay with coming off the bench.
Right. And making an impact.
Yeah. And really understand the team strategy.
So it's not just about you anymore. It's
Yeah.
about the whole team.
Exactly.
Yeah. It really feels like a new era for rugby.
Totally. And Smit's record is like this reminder
Yeah.
of how much has changed.
You know, when we started, I kind of thought of Smith's record as like this untouchable thing.
Oh, yeah.
This amazing feat of strength.
Right.
But now I see it differently.
I think that's what's so cool about these deep dives.
Yeah,
You know, we get to challenge what we think we know
totally. And realize that like records can become
Right.
like a part of history
as the game changes.
as the game changes. Yeah.
Who knows what's next?
Yeah.
Maybe in a few years,
Yeah.
we'll be doing a deep dive.
On some record we can't even imagine right now.
Exactly.
Like most strategic substitutions in a season
Maybe.
or
Very
and
likely.
like highest percentage of data-driven decisions.
So many possibilities.
Yeah,
It is.
so if you're listening
Yeah.
and you've got something you're curious about,
Right.
something you want us to do a deep dive on,
Send it our way.
yeah, let us know.
We love hearing from you
We do.
and diving into these topics.
So until next time,
Yeah.
keep exploring
Keep asking questions.
and keep those deep dives coming.
Absolutely.